Welcome to the Redvee TV Show, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2026 season. Kevin, we are here. We are back in action this weekend for the first time this year. It's almost like last season never happened.
You know what? It feels like a long, long time ago since we had a squad to kind of put up and chat about. Yeah, glad to be back.
Okay, so we are back in action. And also back in action for 2026, our Chapel House, where their first car swap is now on. It started today, and you can choose from over 1,000 new and used cars in stock, from nearly new ex-demonstrators to low mileage approved used cars. All cars come with a free MOT for life and are available for immediate delivery. And Chapel House will even give you up to £5,000 cash back for your part exchange. Obviously, Chapel House St Helens, Chapel House Wigan, Warrington, and sites across the northwest. So if you're interested in a new or nearly new car, now is the time to get down to Chapel House and beat those January blues.
Yes, go and get yourself a nice new motor. Treat yourself.
Do you know
Tell them,
what?
tell them Red V sent you.
Yes, tell them that. Do you know what? I was on the retail park of the weekend and I was looking at, I think it's the IM5. I think it's made by MG. And I was nosing at it, just thinking that looks really, really nice. And I got a message from somebody we know who works at Chapel House saying, "Stop eyeing up my car." So yeah, it is a thing of beauty. So go down and have a look. Okay,
if,
right.
if it's the same person, then if it's the same person, he has given me a lift in that car.
Yes, it's very nice indeed.
It's a
Very
beautiful.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay, squad news. It's a typical Saints testimonial squad for first hit out of the year squad, with the majority of first teamers and a sprinkling of youth, Kevin.
Yeah, not obviously going to go through the who's come in and who's gone out of that one compared to the last squad that we named for Hull KR at the back end of last season.
Why not,
But
Kevin? You're slacking.
yeah, because I can't be bothered. But obviously, the headlines there, if you just even look at the squad numbers, you can see number 4, Matt Percival's missing. Number 7, Johnny Lomax. Number 8, Alex Walmsley. Number 11, Curtis Sirenen. Number 14, Jacob Holst. They're the big ones that are missing now. I know it's been widely reported. It was in the St. Helens Star anyway. A couple of them are just minor knocks.
As is
Hopefully be
as
right.
is the artist formerly known as Redvee's Noah Stevens.
Yes. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, missed that one. But yeah, just a couple of minor knocks that hopefully will be cleared up in the next week or so. It seems to be Alex Walmsley being one who they just think needs another week or so in training, um, because listen, we know what Alex Walmsley brings to the side.
You gain absolutely nothing from flogging Alex Walmsley in January.
No,
Uh,
absolutely not.
Um,
I think it's a drum that we have banged so many times that you need to look after your players with the experience, with the knowledge, with the know-how, and with the kind of skill set that you need when you start getting to the business end of the season as well. Yes, you need them in them tough games to get you through, whether like you're away at Wakefield or somewhere like that. But there's some games where you can just sit them down and let them have another week or two building up.
and if the Super League season was starting, say, next week, Kevin, and we were playing Warrington next week, you'd probably see a couple of those lads who've been held back get a game this week. Um, but with the Challenge Cup having the format that it's got now, and the fact that we will play either Blackbrook or Workington before our first full hit out of the year against Warrington in the league, you can pretty much use that cup game as another pre-season game if you need to give some of your first teamers a little bit of a run out before then.
Yeah, or have a look at your fringe players. Absolutely right. You can say to Alex Walmsley, you know what, we're going to give you half an hour because we've got the lads who can get through, so we want you just do half an hour against them, and you can have a look at and this isn't to go at Workington or Blackbrook even, but you can have a look at the state of the pitch and say, you know what, we're not going to send anyone that we're kind of on the edge with here. Similar to what we did against West Hull last year, where you kind of play a bit of a mix of the lads who are on the fringes and a couple who are vying for shirts. So I know we'll speaking about these through the pen picks, but the players who may not be your first choice, but want to be, they can all be thrown in for another week and kind of put the hands up and say, listen, this is why I should be picked.
Yes, and for anybody watching, you will see that we are once again at the height of professionalism for 2026, and you will notice that this isn't actually a 21-man squad; it's 27.
Yeah, very good. Good start.
What I would say is there's less squad filling youngsters in that team. Now, I think we've been to some testimonial games in recent years where you've seen like wholesale changes, and you've seen your first team play the first half, and in the second half, and it's pretty much the whole reserve team out there. Now, you look at that, yes, there are some youngsters who are going to be given the chance potentially there, but it's not going to be wholesale changes. So even when you delve deeper into the squad depth, say Kyle Felton and Dion Cross start on the wing, second half you're going to see Owen Dagnall and Jacob Douglas potentially.
Yeah,
Um, Even with the 4 or 5 players we've got missing, that's still a strong squad.
yeah, absolutely is. And you're right that when we've seen it, and we might still get to the hour mark, and you've got Luca Walsh, Cole Marsh, Billy Keeley, Tom Humphreys, Alfie Sinclair, Jake Davis, Jacob Douglas, all of who have got what 1 or 2 appearances for the Saints first team between them. You may well see them all on the field at the same time, but yet you're going to see the likes of Jake Burns, who's got a lot more than them. You're going to see the likes of Lewis Murphy, Owen Dagnall. So I think we'll see your fringe players doing possibly a little bit more. So maybe your Iggy Parseys, who might need that fitness. Your Jake Wingfield, who missed a bit of last season. Just them lads who kind of need to get back into the swing of things. You might see them playing for a bit longer rather than seeing those wholesale changes, as you say, where you've got 13 lads on the pitch who are named in the squad, and you see them once and then you don't hear from them again for another 12, 24 months.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Paul Rowley approaches these sort of games, because and how he uses his interchange, because obviously we've not seen it, and we probably haven't paid close enough attention to what he did at Salford and how he used his interchange there to see how he'll go with us. So that's going to be interesting to see. How do you think we'll line up at the weekend? Do you think he'll go strong as possible from that squad first thing?
Yeah, I think it'll be his team will be the what he sees as almost the starting team against Warrington. Absolutely, 100%. So I think obviously you have got people missing like Alex Walmsley, um, Jacob Horse. You're not bringing a lad into the club to not have him in the 17. So I'd expect obviously Curtis Sinan, if they're fit, they're going to come straight back in. But this is going to be whoever his first choice 13 are. He's not going to, I think, start mucking about by starting um, starting players who aren't in his reckoning for that. I think it
Yeah,
will be his, and it sounds obvious. It sounds so obvious, but I think it won't be right. We're just going to try this week. It will be a Wellesby will for me anyway. Wellesby will play fullback. You'll have Kyle Felton, Harry Robertson on one side. I think you'll have Nene McDonald, Dion Cross on the other, Sailor at 6, Hastings at 7, etc., etc. That's and we'll
yeah.
start seeing.
Well, I was going to say that'll be your back line.
Yeah,
Looking at that, you're going to obviously starting Matty Lees at prop,
yeah,
um, alongside David Clemmer. Fair to
yeah,
say.
yeah. For me, Lees, Clemmer, Clark, your front row.
Yeah,
Uh, then probably Shane Wright, Matty Whitley.
yeah. And then Joe Shorrocks
Joel
at
Shorrocks
13.
was my choice. Yeah, my choice at 13. I think Jake Wingfield will be looking at that and thinking, hopefully he gets the nod at 13. But I just think Paul Rowley knows what he's getting out of Joe Shorrocks, and I think he might start him there and see how he goes.
Yeah. Um, and then you've outside that you've got second half coming on if you want to change things around. You've got George Whitby to come into the halves, Jake
Yeah,
Burns to come in at 9. who's someone who watched our preview video reckons is the best player at the club. Um, Owen Dagnall's coming on the wing, Jacob Douglas potentially, Lewis Murphy will want a shot, so somebody might have to play at centre.
Yeah, Daggers
Um,
might be centre,
Luca
maybe.
Walsh might go alongside George Whitby in the halves.
Yeah, you've got George Delaney coming on from the bench, who is obviously one of your first interchanges that you tend to have. Yeah,
Iggy Parsi will do 40 minutes second half,
it'd be a great game for him to get that fitness in.
and that's what he needs.
Uh,
If Iggy Parsi wants to get anywhere near this team this year, he has to be able to play bigger minutes.
yes, yeah,
Or
I,
well,
I'd
when I
say
say bigger minutes, bigger than what he offered last season.
yeah, and do more in those minutes as well.
The only thing Iggy Parsi might benefit from this season is if Paul Rowley wants to play more of an offloading game, because that is something
Yeah,
Parsi's got in his pocket.
it is. It is. I'm sure we'll cover that in Parsi's pen picture as well, like his preview show. Um, but yeah, other than that, I mean, we have kind of strengthened in the pack. Whether like Noah Stevens missing there, that's a big one because I think Paul Rowley will like Noah. I think because if he can get his hands free, he's one of those who keeps his feet and keeps motoring. So if he can get his hands free, he's exactly the type of prop forward I think that Paul Rowley should like anyway.
Yes. Okay, Kevin, that is our preview.
But
Not
first
often you
one of the
get a
year,
Saturday afternoon game.
no,
And with the prices, hopefully it's a chance for people to get down there with the families, support Matty Lees. Hopefully you get a decent sized crowd and a chance to see that new kit in action. And it looks better every time you see it.
it does. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Yeah, I hope people do get down and support Matty. Obviously, we've done the interview with him. Go and check that out once this is over. If you haven't already, it's a good price for a pre-season game as well. So, yeah, let's hope that some good numbers turn out for it.
It is. Right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Get yourself down to Car Swap this weekend and then get yourself over to the Brewdog Stadium uh, for the first Saints action of the year. Catch you soon.